Welcome to 843 TV. I'm your host, Lisa Richardson.
And I'm Catherine Mademan, and today we're at the Old Town Bluffton Inn, and it's a beautiful inn, and we're going to get a tour to see the beautiful rooms, and we'll have a chance to speak with Chelsea, who is the manager here.
We're going to go all around, check out the beautiful spots, and all the amenities that are available for guests. So stick around for this episode of 843 TV.
.843 TV, where the Low Country comes to speak.
.843 TV,
where communities come to speak.
Welcome to 843 TV here at the beautiful Bluffton Old Town Inn, and joining us is Chelsea Deese. She's the general manager and the do-it-all over here at this beautiful place. Chelsea, you've been open just over 6 months, so you've had a spring and a summer session. How did it go?
Awesome. We had so many incredible people from, the PGA Tour over at Belfair. We had the Titleist guys come in for golfing tournaments. We've had a lot of people that are visiting the area to get to know Bluffton because they're interested in relocating. The guests and the people that we've met this past spring has been just energizing, and we're looking forward to our fall.
We remember we were here and folks were here because they were buying a boat.
Yes.
And they stayed here.
Yes.
That was really neat.
Yeah. And we had some people that were delivering a horse over to the Fuskies. So we got, I'm telling you, that's the most interesting thing about being in an inn, is that you get this eclectic, diverse crowd of people that come through that you get to meet, and you find that they're absolutely fascinating. I had a doctor that came in that recently retired. Just different stories, different themes.
Well, being new to Bluffton as well, we want to talk about the wedding seasons, because
Yes.
I think we've had a lot of people here for that. With October ahead of us, is it a hot time for weddings here?
It's such a hot time, especially on the weekends, and we've got a lot of interesting dates this year where they all kind of line up, 10, 20, different things like that. But what we're seeing is that maybe the bride or the groom's family isn't from the area, and they don't have necessarily a home to invite their guests into or their families. So we are able to kind of be that home, that extension. When the groom's family comes, we've got 14 rooms. All of the family stays under one roof. We have gracious social places for everyone to kind of convene. We've got a great guest bar, and we make it so that people feel at home and that they can feel like they're welcoming someone in their home.
Plus, right outside the door, there's a whole town out there to explore.
That's right, yeah. So if you have guests that are coming in, maybe they're not a part of the bridal party, and they don't have all those things that they have to do, and they want to do a day of exploring, you walk right out the front door. We've got excellent restaurants like Farm right next door. We have great night entertainment, excellent historical homes to go walk through. The Hayward House is right around the corner. You really can find every kind of cuisine that you're looking for. We've got Mexican, we have barbecue, we've got awesome burgers at Fat Patty's. I mean, I could go on.
And all in walking distance.
And all within walking distance.
And we also want to talk about retailers. We also have a
Yes.
lot of stores where you can do a lot of shopping.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
they're great retailers as well.
I always tell husbands, I'm like, okay, you have to let your wife stop at Cocoon, which is on the way to Ben & Jerry's for ice cream.
We have
excellent shopping.
Spartina, and we
Yep.
have Gigi's, and we have Jay McLaughlin.
Yeah.
There's a few people I'm missing. Birdie James is up here as well. So when you do get up here, I think one thing I'd love about the inn is that, Chelsea and the team here is just amazing. It's very friendly, very warm. And as we explore the spaces that we have here, you'll understand why, if you're going to have a bridal party, this is the perfect place to be.
Photos are a 10 here. I mean, if you're getting ready in your room and you have all of the motifs of gold and things within the inn that really make photos pop. I mean, we have florals throughout, different chandeliers and things and paintings in the rooms, and we often have people that come in that just want to take photos that are visiting. So it's a great place, it's a great destination for brides and their bridal parties to come and get ready and spend that night before their wedding, whenever that is. But we really enjoy everyone that comes in and compliments the furniture, because that's something that's completely different. You have a different feel in every single room. We're going to go upstairs, I think, at one point and talk and show people. I think we all picked out our favorite rooms earlier. So.
We did.
So around here, the lobby area.
Yeah, definitely. This is one of the spaces that I was talking about that I think that is very comforting. It's inviting. People can come, sit, read the newspaper in the morning, or maybe come and enjoy our nice, awesome AC in the afternoon. afternoon after they've walked the whole town. But it has the feeling of your own living room in your own home. So we really kind of pride ourselves in bringing that value and having people come and sit in our living room and enjoy the space, read some of the historical books that we have, and the aesthetics. And if you look at the fireplace, it's just all the little details that make eye candy pop around
There's
here.
a lot of detail. It's a high ceiling, and we have lots of windows, tall windows, so that's very special space as well. But while we're in the reading room, don't you have an event coming up?
Yeah, we do actually. We have a few events coming up that I'm really excited about, but one of which is we're doing a murder mystery dinner, which we'll do right here in our lobby, which is going to be very exciting. And then we're also going to be featuring local authors who are writing historic books in the area, and we're going to call that a literary tea. So we'll come do tea, and then we'll hear a lecture about the area, whether it's about Captain Woody, who was a real person who had a fleet of shrimping boats in the area, and I mean, there's so much information in this area.
People have no idea about those things that you just described, about the rich history here.
The rich history, and there's a walking tour that you can do. I mentioned it earlier, there's a lot of historical homes that are on a walking tour, so our guests can actually go around and visit these places and learn about the history. We have the burning of Bluffton, so they go through that and discuss that. Just really rich in history. If you're someone that loves history, we are the destination to come and check out everything that we have to offer.
Well, that is terrific, but we also want to keep moving. Let's go over this way.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
So we're here in the breakfast room. What happens in the morning?
Okay, so in the morning, our staff puts together a beautiful breakfast. We do everything from sausages to fresh fruit parfaits. Sometimes we grab some local fruit from the farmers market on Thursdays and include that in our breakfast offerings. And then all of our guests, they have the opportunity to get organic coffees and teas. They set up, they have their breakfast in the morning. They start conversing most of the time with other guests, finding that they have similarities. Maybe they've traveled to the same places or they're from the same home base. And this is typically a lively place. We put on a little classical music in the morning to set the mood for people and give them an opportunity to enjoy a nice, relaxing breakfast.
Well, I think that's one part, but also you offer cookies and tea.
Yes.
And also when people are done shopping, they come over and they can have a nice glass of wine and you serve them some hors d'oeuvres with some wine, and that's a nice way to end your day before they go off for dinner.
Right, and it's a nice little spot where they can come sit up here, enjoy a nice cold beer or have some wine. We have a pink rosé champagne that we're well known for, and our guests love to do that. So it's kind of like before you go upstairs to get ready for your dinner reservation that night, a place just to kind of stop, relax, unwind, and then go about the rest of your evening.
Perfect. So we're going to stop right now. First we'll say we'll be right back with 843 TV. And we're back with 843 TV, and we're in a beautiful room. Chelsea is going to give us a couple of peeks of the rooms here. This one is special. I mean, when we walked in, we'll take a look at the ambiance and the decor. Tell us about this room.
Okay, so this room, this is 201. And this is one of my favorites. It looks out over May River Road, so it's a great spot if you want to people watch. It's a great place on Thursdays because you see all the people arriving and coming back with their goodies from the farmers market. One of my favorite aesthetics, I guess you could say, in this room is all of the gold motifs throughout it, even to the light fixtures, everything in here. All of the furniture, and this is something that's kind of unique to this area, or to the building, is that all of the furniture you can find at FrenchHeritage.com, and they actually have the Old Town BlufftonInn furniture line.
Oh, wow.
So if you have a chair or a bench or a side table that really just stands out, and you think, oh, I can put that in my house, guess what? You can purchase it online, and that goes right hand in hand. I was just telling you guys about the beds.
We hear you sleep on clouds.
Yes, that's right. I was speaking earlier about how our mattresses are for sale. We oftentimes have guests that call us back or they email us and they say, gosh, I had the most amazing sleep of my life at your inn. What are those clouds that I slept on? So we talk to them and we say, hey, we have a proprietary blend mattress that we actually felt out. We'd made some changes to make sure that it was the most comfortable, and we can provide that information and actually ship it right to your home if you'd like to purchase one.
Wow.
So,
and I know you're keeping a secret of where that comes from.
But it is local, South Carolina.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned that although it's an inn, there's amenities of a regular hotel, large chain hotel. Share with us about the bathroom and some of the things that we might find in there.
Well, we're ladies and we like to travel with our jewelry, but you always, sometimes you don't want to leave that behind in your room. So we have not spared, any amenity, and we have safes in our rooms. You have that. You have, of course, a steamer for your clothes if you're going out and maybe you have some wrinkles. All of our amenities in the bathroom are waterworks, so you've got your real high-end valves and things like that to make you feel elegant when you're getting ready in our bathrooms. The marble and
it is
just walking in the bathroom, you feel elegant just because it's so beautiful.
Well, I want to share with our viewers that when you walk into these rooms, they're just beautiful. You kind of go, you just feel the stress of the drive, the day, and you feel like you're going to crawl into a nice bed, feel comfortable. And what's nice about this room, actually, there's a porch, and you can sit outside and watch everybody go by.
Read a great book.
Read a great book.
Sometimes I'll be passing by when I'm leaving for the day, and I look up and I see all of our guests enjoying the outdoor space, and fall's coming, which we talked about before.
Right.
So I think that I'm going to see even more people enjoying the outdoor spaces that we have at the inn as we get closer into this cooler weather with the leaves changing. And
well, I also want to point out the bathroom because the lighting is really nice.
Yes.
Oftentimes we walk into hotels and inns and you kind of look at the lighting and you just never know how you're going to feel in the morning because sometimes you look green. But when you walk in there, it's beautiful. Like it's again, you just walk in, you feel like I'm going to be well taken care of.
And that was one thing that you'll notice too, and one of the details is that we've got the close-up magnified mirrors too. So if you're putting on your makeup, you can see what you're doing, and that was really important to Larry when he was picking things out. He wanted the same amenities that you would have in your own home here at the end, so that you were spared no comfort and that you would feel at home. Because I think that's part of it is making sure that a room feels like a room would be in your own home.
You mentioned Larry, who many people might not know is the owner.
Yes.
Tell us about him a little more.
Yeah. So Larry, when you look around these rooms, you might think, oh wow, an interior designer did an incredible job. Well, actually, Larry was the builder. He's the owner, and he's also the designer. So all of the rooms and the aesthetics and the colors and the patterns that he's put together have been his own taste, and I think he's got great taste.
I do too. I mean, I've met Larry, and we actually talked about this because he does have a sense of space, color, design. I mean, he has that ability. So,
and his background is building. So, I mean, that was his first love.
Right. And once you build a couple hundred homes, you kind of get it all too. But I think the nuance, I love the fact that you have an Old Town Bluffton Inn on the furniture website.
Yes.
I mean, that says a lot about everything that what you guys are up to.
And also, I mean, it's not even just that it's a furniture line with that color scheme. If you have a house and you have these beautiful reds or these blues, you can swap out colors if you like the clean lines of the furniture. It's something that you can take home. You can take a little piece of Old Town Bluffton home with you and talk about it. It's a good, focal point in your own home.
So you get back from a night out and you want a snack, you even got that figured out.
Yes, and that goes right hand in hand. Exactly what I was talking about, how we want it to feel like your home. When you go down to the breakfast bar, you have access to sodas and snacks and things. When you come up to your room, we have a complimentary snack tray in your room. If you're craving something salty or craving something sweet, there's all sorts. There's popcorn, little things like that we put in the rooms so that we spare no accommodation.
And we stress complimentary, which is
complimentary.
unique.
Yes, the parking's free here, which is a big thing. There's no resort fee. You don't have to worry about that.
Yes. All right, well, I know that you've got some more you want to show us.
I do.
So you all stick around. We're going to be right back with more 843 TV. Welcome back to 843 TV at the Old Town Bluffton Inn, where we are seeing these beautiful rooms, and now we are in the Monarch Room.
The Monarch Room, exactly. This is one of, we have a total of 5 rooms that have these double beds, so it's a good time, or it's a good opportunity for women who may be traveling together, or someone who prefers to have 2 separate beds. We can accommodate that as well. We don't just have king rooms. That's a big question that we have from a lot of people is, do you have the double occupancy option.
Well, I love the decor because it has, now this is more deco.
Yeah.
You know, we match.
Right.
But you know, it's really fun. That's one thing I love about the inn. Again, all the rooms have a personality, and you know, this is definitely a fun room for two gals who are shopping together, visiting, traveling. You know, so what do you recommend for? Well, let's say I have a friend I want to come into Bluffton. What do you suggest for them to do?
Yeah, so if you have maybe like a girls group that's coming in, we often have like a group of women that do an annual trip. We've done a lot of those here. I say start off with a fabulous lunch at the cottage because I've always enjoyed just their fresh selections, and it's a fun little walk over into Calhoun, again, the walkability from the inn. And then I say go shopping.
Of course. That's
You know,
right.
you can, and there's plenty of space in this room to store all of your little bags and goodies and things that you come back with. The other thing too is that sometimes people just want to come and they want to relax. So, you know, we have all these options around us, but we also have a fabulous room that's just as comfortable. We've got HBO. We have a fabulous 55-inch TV in this room, and actually in every room. So if you want to relax and enjoy the space, you can do that as well. And we have a mix of people that do both here.
I think you shared with us once before you had someone that came here to write a book.
Yes, we did. We had someone that came, and her name's Ann James, and she was doing a book that featured the Low Country, and she felt really inspired staying with us. She was supposed to stay with us for one night, and she ended up staying with us for like a week and a half.
Wow.
Yeah, and she wrote her book right on the front balcony where we were standing earlier. And I think that's something too, is that you feel inspired in the end with the aesthetics and the different furniture and just the different patterns and textures and things. And that's what Larry wanted to share, is he wanted to share his craftsmanship, the gold colors, the pinks throughout the inn. It's unique.
You know, it's very authentic Low Country,
Yeah.
and I think that's the other thing I want to point out. You know, this is a really safe community to be in as well. When you've done shopping and you've had all the time to rest, then you want to go out and have a nice dinner. There are great bands on the promenade right outside the gate here, so that's something to do and you can walk around, feel safe, all hours of the evening. I mean, that's something also that's important to understand for gals.
And you would think, even for our weekday travelers, that's something that we're seeing too, is that people that are maybe, you know, traveling because they're doing their little getaway after retirement and they're going through all the different states in the South, they'll come. And it's funny, but Tuesday nights are awesome at Corks. They have live bands, they have great little food and snacks and things, and excellent wine selections. It's just, you will not starve coming to Old Town Bluffton Inn.
Can you give us an idea of your rates? People are
Yeah.
probably wondering, it's beautiful, but give me an idea of what price range you offer.
Great question. That's one thing that we've really worked on, because we wanted to be able to grab all sorts of you know, travelers. And Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, we tend to have lower rates that will range anywhere from $165 up to $200 a night, which is really reasonable, especially when you think that you get that free alcoholic beverage at check-in, one per day per guest, and then you also have the breakfast built into that price. So there's a lot of value, I think,
And
in
the
staying
snacks,
with
don't
us.
forget that.
Oh, and the snacks, yeah, and the cookies. If we're going to talk about snacks, we got to talk about cookies. But yeah, so that would range, and then on the weekends, sometimes it's a little bit more expensive, especially if there's festivals going on. We've got the Christmas parade coming up. We have the book festival that's coming right here to Bluffton, and the seafood festival.
Right, that's
another
popular
big thing.
October, I believe.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So, and you know, like I said, in fall, it's really nice to walk the area. But our rates are fantastic, and as we move into fall, I think that we top out at $289 a night.
Which is very comparable to a resort on
Right.
Hilton Head Island. And
Oh,
we've got
for
a
sure.
lot
Now,
more
Chelsea, tell us
luxury.
about the rates too. Pardon, we talked about the rates. Talk about how we can reserve a room.
Oh yeah, great question. So we have our website, which is www.BlufftonInnSC.com. And if you're interested in learning about the rates, they're all listed on there. And as we change them, depending on occupancy, sometimes you'll see our rates be really competitive with other places in the area. And then you'll be able to also time those with different festivals that are going on and get a better idea. But you can make your reservations right on our website. We make it really convenient, and we also have a great guest services front desk. So if you have questions, or if you want to inquire about our free parking or where to park, because that seems to be, you know, a big question, is where do we park? check-ins at 4 o'clock every day, so a lot of times people are leaving town who work in the Old Town Bluffton area. So I really can tell you that parking's not as troublesome as a lot of people think that it is.
And
so we have a look. Sorry.
Real quick as we wrap up, we've seen the rooms, we've seen the lobby, but outside and back, you've got one more great space.
Yes. Oh, yes. We have a great space. So the rooms look out from their balconies. They look out in the front, and then in the rear, we have a beautiful rear courtyard area that's grassed. And when I say that, I'm thinking right now that I want to make sure that people know, our guests know, that we are pet friendly. We have 2 rooms that we allow pets, so we have a grass space where they can take them out, let them run around. Also, you can take your dog around Old Town Bluffton Inn. A lot of our restaurants here are pet friendly. I know one right off the top of my head is the Cottage. But in our backyard courtyard area, we have seats, we have different gardenia bushes, we have hydrangeas, and we just try to make it a full experience of, feeling what it feels like to live in the South.
Yeah.
We've loved coming here again, as always, and learning about the inn, and thank you for telling us that, and thank you all for joining us on this episode of 843 TV.
Where communities come to speak.